Greetings, this is Sakari from OmniGeometry as usual. I thought people have been asking how to export movies out of OmniGeometry. We are working on direct movie export for the next version of OmniGeometry, but the current offline version can already export image sequences which you can easily create movies out of with the help of ffmpeg, which is a command line software for encoding and converting images and movies and so on. So in this video I'm gonna show you step by step how you can do that on macOS X, and I'm also going to show you how to install Homebrew, which is a package manager for macOS, which lets you install ffmpeg very easily. So here I have the Homebrew homepage open. It's brew.sh, and installing Homebrew is very easy. You just go to the homepage here and you copy this command, which will then install Homebrew. The only thing you have to do is to open a terminal window. So I can here show you how to open a terminal. If you don't know that, I'll open terminal from the Spotlight search, and it will open up an empty terminal window. It might look a little bit different on your machine. I have customized it a little bit. So here I copy this command and I paste it to my terminal and just press enter. It will ask you something. I'm not gonna run it right now because I've already done this. So you just copy this and you press enter, and it will ask you maybe something, and then you will install Homebrew. It's very easy. Alright, and then when you have Homebrew installed, you can run this command, and you don't need any admin access or anything like that. Homebrew will install with your user account to a user specific location. So once you have installed that, you can run brew, which is the basic command for installing these packages, and you type brew install ffmpeg. Let's see what happens. I already have that, but it might update it. Let's see. So yeah, it's running brew update, which will update the packages and so on. Alright, it has found a lot of new packages to update. No worries. Okay, so it says I already have it, but it will upgrade the package. So this will just download the required packages and install ffmpeg. It will take a while depending on your internet connection and so on, but it's a very simple process. And let's close this window while we're at it and just complete that installation. So while it's doing this, we can check out the scene I just made in OmniGeometry. So I have this scene here, and it's a pretty nice scene. It's this kind of very calm pattern I made, and many times when I make these patterns, they kind of like call me, or I have this calling or a feeling that okay, now I should do some pattern. And I was just meditating, and I felt the need to make some geometry, so I made this beautiful pattern utilizing some of the new features in OmniGeometry 1.3.10. Anyway, let's let that run for a while there, and let's see if the package, it's updating some of my existing packages, so that's why it's taking a while. But when you install it for the first time, it shouldn't take this long, I think. Well, actually, yeah, it's installing the dependencies, so it needs a lot, some other packages to install ffmpeg. It's kind of complex software, but luckily Brew has made this very easy. And while we're waiting, I can maybe show you a little bit about this scene. So as you can see, it's slowly scaling a bunch of layers, and I've carefully tuned the different animation scale phases for these different. As you can see, here is the animation scale phase parameter. I've carefully tuned those to make this kind of fading pattern that comes out of nothingness and scales towards you with the animation scale start fade and end fade effect. So these patterns, they scale from scale start to scale end, and what I've done, I've copied this multiple times and just adjusted this scale phase, which means it's gonna change the phase of the scaling, creating this never-ending loop when it goes back to the start of the scale phase and end of the scale phase. So if you change this scale phase parameter, it will make, for example, these green patterns here appear to be coming at you at different phases. So when another phase ends, like here right now, another one is already coming. It's the same pattern but with just different scale phase. So you might want to look into that also. I'll make another video at some point, maybe, how to do it. Let's see if the package has installed. Alright, some package said something about something. Yeah, when you update this, it might update a lot of packages, so just be patient and wait for it to finish. I can fast forward this section in the video. This needs a lot of different packages because ffmpeg can handle a lot of video formats and different encoders and different video formats, and it knows how to, for example, convert a animation sequence to different whatever you need. ffmpeg has you covered. Alright, now it's already installing the actual package. And okay, seems it's upgrading a lot of other packages also. Alright, now we finally have the ffmpeg installed, and this shouldn't take so long on your system. I had a lot of different packages installed, so it took a while. So now we can run the ffmpeg command, and you can see from the command line, if you type ffmpeg, you see it just says copyright information or how it was built. So we have posted information in our blog together with the version 1.3.3 release. We posted information how to create movies out of your image sequences. So it's very simple. You just have to export the image sequence out of your scene and then run this command in the directory you have exported the files to. So let's see how that is done. I'll open back OmniGeometry, and the animation is running. You don't have to keep it running. Then I will choose export animation sequence, and this only works in the offline version because it's not possible to implement in the online version. So I choose the time in seconds I want to do. Like for this movie we want to put just 10 seconds because for demonstration purposes, and frames per second means how many, what's the frame rate of the target movie. This affects the timing of the frame. So I want to do a 60 FPS video. You could do 30, whatever you like. And we keep the create export directory checked, and the size is alright. And just we don't want to do a transparent export because we want to keep the background color. Now I press export, and it will prompt me to choose a directory where I'm gonna create a new directory for the images exported. So I just choose this. I have already a directory here. I choose this, and when I press open, it will start the export process. And as you can see, it's gonna export each frame of the animation sequence. So that might take a while depending on complexity of your scene or resolution that you're exporting to. Okay, now the movie is or the sequence is almost finished, and now you can see, okay, finished in 3 minutes. Then we will tab out of OmniGeometry, and we will go to the directory. So we need to change the active directory in our terminal. So I put it in my movies directory. That tilde means home directory. So I'm gonna use the command cd, which means change directory, and go to movies, omg, and let's see, I type ls, it will show all the directories in the terminal. And here we have the directory that I exported them. So I'm going to change to that, like that, and I can see with ls -l, I can see, okay, there's a lot of PNG files here, and I can open this in my Finder like this to see, okay, these are the frames we are looking for. So now we just copy paste this command and we paste it here, and what this does is, I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see. I'm gonna run ffmpeg with frame rate of 60, and this pattern time means it will take in all the PNG files in this directory, the asterisk.png, and this means just it's x264, which is the standard encoding format for movies we're gonna use. And you don't have to care about this. This means like quality. I'm gonna change that to maybe 22, and you don't have to care about this either. It's just a format. And then out mp4 means the destination movie file name. So I'm just gonna press enter here. So it will now start converting all the 600 frames into a 10-second movie. This is very fast. Alright, it's done. And if I want to see that, I can type open out.mp4, and as you can see, we here have a 10-second piece of that scene that we just exported. So this is only 10 seconds, so it doesn't run the full cycles, So you might want to make longer or shorter exports, whatever you are working on. So that's it. It's very easy to do this with ffmpeg for now. And once you have this installed, you can just run it again. And I have this in my history, so I can just autocomplete this. And you might have a different shell. I'm using fish, so it gives me these auto completions. But you can use up arrow to browse your history of commands, or down, up and down. And I can export it again, but it will ask overwrite no. And here we can also see if I open this directory in open, it means open this directory with the default application, so it will open Finder. And here we have it, the out.mp4. And as you can see, 10 seconds is like 5 megabytes with this resolution with this movie. So there you have it. Very easy way to export movies without until we get the direct movie export implemented. So hope you can follow these instructions. This was Sakari from OmniGeometry, and so very easy. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye bye.